Hey guys, so today is February 18th, 2023, and at the start of the year, I kind of challenged myself to try to write a singular page of a script every day. So it wouldn't have to be like a full-on story every single, one page contributing to a bigger narrative. It was just like a self-contained story, minimum one page every day. And for the most part, I've been sticking to that pretty well. So today I just want to show you my writing process and how I get something done. And hopefully within 10 minutes I've written a page or two and hopefully have a generally good story. We'll see. I don't know. It's all about practice. It's all about just, getting something on the page. So yes, I'm currently looking through my phone to try to see my screen. So it's a little difficult if you see me doing this a lot. I'm trying to see what I'm writing. So as you can see here, I have 43 pages written for this year. I'm starting on a new page, self-conscious about my previous story here, so I don't want you to see it. But here's what it looks like. I'm in final draft. You can use whatever you want, but this just has a nice, easy format to write scripts, so yeah, this is what I use. But most days I don't have any ideas, so I go to this website, random location generator 52prompts.com, just to get an idea of where should my story take place, because usually once I get an idea I'm ready to go, but that creation of an idea for me is the hardest part. So here we go. Let's just throw out a random idea. Let's go a garden. Damn, I don't want to do a garden. All right. So usually the first one I pick is the one I just write a story on, but garden just doesn't add any sort of conflict. I'm not seeing conflict in a garden. Whiskey bar. Okay, I could see some conflict there. I literally just wrote a story about a bar though, so I don't want to do that again. Greenhouse, lunchroom, playground. Okay, yep, playground. I got an idea. Okay, so when I see playground, I think kids. I think bullies on the playground. I think like bullies, the extension of bullies. Fighting. You got fighting. Who fights? Militaries, armies. All right, so my idea right now is like a kid gets picked on and calls in backup, and then the bully has backup, and then it's like a full-on army war going on. That's the idea. Let's hop right into it. So all right. So within 30-ish seconds, we've kind of established the general idea for this 1 to 2 page story. If it's 3 pages, that's cool too. We'll just kind of get right into it. So, typical screenwriting format, you start with the internal, external, or sorry, is it inside or outside, right? So, it's external, right? And then I'm going to say, it'd be funny if it's just like an elementary school. I've already written a story about an elementary school, as you can see. So I'm going to say elementary school playground. Boom. And then, of course, it doesn't take place at nights because it's school. So I'll say day. Or afternoon because it's lunchtime. Afternoon. Alright, so this is where my writing skills aren't great, and especially when I'm trying to do it in like a timed environment, it really doesn't shine. My descriptive writing is absolutely trash sometimes, especially in script format, because I'm just trying to get the idea out on the page. So here we go. Oh, 1 second. Let me tilt my camera back here. All right. Hopefully I don't take up any of the writing here. Okay. So here we go. we got the idea generally out there. Let's start. So, every school story takes place with a bell ring. I know it's kind of, I know it's pretty cliche, but again, we're in a time crunch here. We're trying just to get something out there. So bell rings, right? Kids flood the playground. And cheer. Every kid moves towards their favorite big and several games ensue. Now, so I'm kind of setting the stage. Lunch just happened. The bell rings. Everybody goes out to the playground. I kind of forget how it worked in elementary school for me, but yeah, that sounds about right. They all go to the big toys, and there's tag, there's hide and seek, all that stuff, right? So now everybody's just kind of in a commotion, right? One kid, Tommy, I believe this is correct format, where you introduce a kid, you name them, you say who they are, right? And then you say their name, capitalized, so you know they're a main character or a character that has a speaking role. Now, don't quote this, but that's what I've heard. So that's what I do. So Tommy, another cliche name for an elementary school kid, but we're just rolling with it. So one kid, Tommy, is hiding from his friends during a game of hide and seek. He takes refuge under the slide and peeks out occasionally to see where the hunter is. I don't know why I said hunter, but that's just kind of the first thing that popped in my head. So I'm just going to add a space here, kind of break up the descriptions here. So we'll say his friend, actually we'll say I don't know why I said, hunter, the seeker, or the seeker, let's just change it to the seeker. The seeker is the seeker. Seeker, say Javier, Javier finishes counting before exploring the field. Alright, now we'll get into Javier's dialogue, right? Javier, ready or not, here I come. Javier prances around the playground, spotting kids and pointing them out. Javier, I see you. Give me a name. Christine. See you, Christine. A little girl who was hiding behind a teacher size and steps out into the open. Javier moves to the big toy and scales the stairs. What does Javier do when he scales the big toy? He scans the playground. Looking for more kids. The playground is quiet. Somehow 50 kids are all hiding in plain sight. Alright, so this kind of plays up the fact how good that every other kid is besides this Christine girl. Alright. Seeing nothing, Javier slides down the slide and moves towards the monkey bars. Well, actually, before he moves there, to kind of build some tension, because our main character, Tommy, is underneath the slide. We want to kind of play up the tension there by like maybe seeing Javier's feet walking by the slide. Like, here's a slide, here's Tommy, you know, and Javier's just like walking by. So we'll say slides down the slide and scans the area once again. All right. 3 feet away, Tommy holds his breath. All he can see is Javier's feet deciding where to go. So sometimes Final Draft does this where it kind of glitches out there. This is Final Draft 11, I think, and it's still having problems, so I don't know. But it usually only lasts for a second. 3 feet away, Tommy holds his breath. All he can see is Javier's feet, deciding where to go. Okay, so at the beginning of this, I was kind of going in the direction of armies and like a bully. Maybe. I'm trying to think of how we want to change this, because I kind of wrote it into a certain area that I don't know if I can turn around into a bully situation. Never mind. I have an idea. So let's say Tommy is working really hard to be quiet. Javier doesn't see him and doesn't care to look under the slide and starts going away. Then a bully comes, points out Tommy. Javier finds him. Tommy is upset because Javier found him, not because Javier was a good seeker, but because the bully, said something, and there's a fight that ensues, and then there's an army. We'll see how the army fits in there. it might be a little too fantastical here, but you know, that's the general idea. So, okay. 3 feet away, Tommy holds his breath. All he can see is Javier's feet deciding where to go. Time slows down as Tommy focuses on the nuances of Javier's feet and how they adjust, deciding where to go. After what feels to be an eternity, Javier moves to, let's just say, the south, so we know that it is moving away from us. Not that we've established any sort of direction really, but somehow we can see that there's the conflict, the tension has subsided. Let's say Tommy lets out a sigh. But then, boy from a grade above shoves his way into the hiding spot. Tommy, hey, this is my spot. Let's just call him Bully. Let's not give bullies the time of day to give them names. So let's just say Bully. It's mine now, punk. I don't know if that's how kids talk these days, but for the emphasis of writing really quickly, and for this, you know, we're just gonna say Bully. It's mine now, punk. It's mine now, punk. Tommy stand up for himself. He said, no. Out of here. I found it first. Bully. Actually, before we gotta add some tension here, so Tommy holds his ground, pushing the bully out from the crevice he is in. The bully is much bigger. And what does the bigger bully do? Throws him out of the crevice and into plain sight. Crevice and into plain sight. Tommy falls to the ground and makes a noise. Javier stops and turns. The beauty bark. Hearing the disturbance. Disturbance. If I could spell disturbance, right? Disturbance in the beauty bark. Shit, I have to get out of here soon. Alright, well, okay, actually, one second. Before we do, one second. Never mind, I don't have to get out of here. Plans just changed. Okay, so we can finish this out. Keep going, Zach. Javier stops and turns, hearing the disturbance in the beauty park. Okay. Let's say, Javier, I found you. Tommy, I found you. Javier points with points. Javier points. Tommy's face flushes and pink. So Tommy's upset. You know, he was hiding. He almost made it, and then the bully pushes him out, and he gets found out. Right? So Tommy, that's not fair, because he's a kid. You know, that's clearly how it works. That's not fair. Tommy points to under the slide. Now he's revealing the other guy's location, right? Let me say, whoop. I guess we never gave the bully a name, so it's gonna be kind of, you know, weird saying, "Oh, Jimmy, push me," because we already named a bully, so we're not even gonna let's go, Tommy. Okay, so Tommy points down the slide. Tommy, she pushed me. He pushed me. He pushed me. What does he say? How does this, you know, how does this escalate? All right. So Tommy points under the slide. He pushed me. He took my spot. Javier, not realizing the enormity of the situation, let's say prances to the slide and points at the bully. Say, Javier, I found you. The bully comes out from under the slide looking extremely angry and ready to fight. Alright, so now it's ratcheting up. That tension has boiled into a potential fight here. So let's just get right into it. Let's fight, you know. So let's say the bully with balled up fists comes stomping up to Tommy. And then bully Why do you do that? Tommy, why did I You're the one who knocked me out. Gosh, Bob. Tommy's getting angry. Alright. Tommy's fists curl. In the background, I think it'd be hella funny if just in the background we see Javier just point out kids, like completely oblivious to the amount of tension that's in the air. So in the background we see Javier pointing out kids oblivious to the fight brewing near the slide. Bully. This again where rewrites work a lot, because sometimes, especially as I'm writing this is all real time. This is not me thinking it. I'm just thinking it up as I go. So some of this dialogue might not be great, but it's just getting the idea out there. Here we go. So I'm going to punish you, you little worm. I feel like that's a good insult for a bully to be saying, especially in elementary school. You little worm. Because maybe he's like a 5th grader and we're working with a second, like maybe Tommy's a 2nd grader and he's like a 5th grader, so he has more diction when it comes to insults. So I'm going to punish you, you little worm. All right. Bully lines up a punch and delivers with a swing that knocks Tommy off his feet. Dang. The bully just like that, you know? And Tommy's like, oh, you know? Okay, there we go. So, the bully lines up a punch and delivers with a swing that knocks Tommy off his feet. Tommy again, hands on the ground. This time, he nurses his swollen face. Well, I guess his face isn't swollen yet, but his injured face. Now, a crowd of found kids begins to gather as they see the fight unfold. Okay, so now here's more tension. Here's more tension. Here's more conflict. There's a crowd. They're seeing this fight happen. So now they're, getting there. Maybe they're gonna choose sides. I don't know. Maybe the army idea is a little too dramatic here. Again, it's 2 kids fighting all over some hide and seek. So maybe the army idea will have to go out the window. We'll have to try to figure out a better way to approach this. I do want some sort of payoff here, so Maybe there's some sort of punchline where Javier comes in still very oblivious to everything, and I don't know what that punchline is yet. Again, we'll have to figure that out in a second. But at the time being, we're just going to continue with the fight and see how things go. Okay, yeah, we'll have to come up with something. It's, again, because it's real time, I don't know of a punchline yet, but hopefully as we write it, we'll figure that out. So now a crowd of found kids begins to gather as they see the fight unfold. Tommy, again, red with anger, grabs some of the wood chips and throws it at the bully. Okay. Some of the dust and wood gets into his eyes. He screams in pain. Okay, we don't want to get too graphic, but like it's like Then, actually, with great speed, Tommy moves forward and tackles the bully before proceeding to hit him with open hands. We don't fight, like, we don't want like punches. He's just like something like that. Something that is realistic, but still there's a fight going on. So the bully is full on fist, but Tommy is just hands right now. Tackles the bully before proceeding to hit him with open hands. The crowd goes wild. I feel like that term, the crowd goes wild, or that little phrase, that's like a crowd in a stadium going, oh yeah. So I think it is an interesting way to say kids are getting hyped up for this fight. The crowd goes wild. I don't know. That's how my brain works. So the crowd goes wild. Let's say Tommy tunes them out. All he knows is rage. Tommy takes a hand and balls it up into a fist, and with great force brings it down onto the bully's nose. A little blood trickles from a nostril. Alright, so Tommy wins the fight, knocks him down. Okay. It might be a weak ending here, but I mean we're already past our page limit of 1, so or our page minimum of 1. I think we're already on page two, almost near end of page 2. Let's see. Where are we at? Okay, so we got half a page here, 1.5 pages, 2 pages. Okay, so we're about 2 pages. All right, how do we make it funny at the end just so it all kind of ties in together? Okay, well we gotta get some teachers involved here to kind of break up this fight. Within several seconds, teachers swarm the playground and start to break up the crowd. The PE teacher tears Tommy off the bully. Escorts him to the school. Another leads the bully towards all right. Here's how we're gonna end it, I think. So we're gonna say, in the distance, we see Javier still searching for kids under obstacles and behind bushes. All the kids have already been found out, but Javier is in his own little world. And then, alright, so then the kids all filter off the field until Javier is the only one left. Javier. Let's say Javier to himself. Man, everyone is really good today. Everybody's really good today. Can we make some sort of joke here? Man, everyone's really good today. Okay, then we'll say he shrugs and then prances to the next location he hasn't checked. The bell rings, ending lunch. The end. Okay, so in 39 minutes, or sorry, not 49, 39 minutes, we have written a scene, just about 2 pages, almost more than 2 pages. nothing super crazy here, but now you've seen it from full concept of me picking an idea to me kind of giving an idea of what I thought would be funny, to me writing it and not necessarily being funny or great by any means, but you've seen me write it out. I think in terms of structure, we got the setup of it's lunchtime. There's gonna be hide and seek going on. Our main character Tommy, he is hiding from his friend Javier. His friend Javier is just a little oblivious to everything. So he's just kind of his own little world. Javier is doing his best to hide. A bully comes in, takes him from his spot, and takes it for himself. This gets, this is where the conflict starts, because now Javier finds him. This causes Tommy to get mad at the bully. There's a fight that ensues, and then the way we kind of resolve it, Tommy wins this fight. It gets broken up. The payoff, we have Javier kind of still looking for kids despite all the kids are being found and being shuttled off to class. And then the only real sort of setup and payoff that's somewhat funny is we've kind of mentioned he prances around to each location, and so we end with him prancing around again, completely oblivious that there was even sort of fight going on, and he's just having his own little thing. For some reason, I can't think of any sort of dialogue that'd be, kind of emphasizing his obliviousness right now. But I think that would be a great way to end this for right now. If we were ever to go and revise it, we would take a little bit more time and try to figure that out. But for right now, hopefully you guys had a good day. Thank you for sticking around this long. If you guys did, that's actually insane. I had a great time. Maybe next time I will do something that doesn't have to do with kids. We might, I don't know, do something more serious. I don't know. But thank you again, and I will talk to you more later. Bye.